Hi, I'm Kevin Startt with Startt Planning, where we've been providing firm, faith-based financial foundations for Greater Atlanta families for over 35 years. This is the second part of a two-part series here on Startt Starters, where we're basically taking a look at 5 must-dos in 2015 for client reviews. 5 things, count them 5, that you should ask your advisor or find out from your advisor before finishing that review. The first step is you got to get there and you got to execute, though, and so does your advisor. I'm reminded of the story about Coach Lou Holtz of the Fighting Irish at halftime, who was asked one of those dumb reporter questions when the team was down 28-0. And that question goes like this. It was basically, Coach Holtz, how do you feel about the team's execution at halftime? To which Coach Holtz replied, as you would probably too, I'm all in favor of it. The point being that you have to make sure that both you and your advisor have executed according to the instructions that were given at the inception of the relationship. And number one, it's a great time, if you're satisfied with the relationship, to let the advisor know of your satisfaction or dissatisfaction, and any shortcomings that might exist in service, and any shortcomings and expectations that have not been met. Another good thing to do, if you are satisfied with the relationship, is to provide maybe an introduction for the advisor to help other friends and neighbors and acquaintances benefit from the relationship. Secondly, in this 3 series that we're talking about today, to round out the 2 that we talked about in the first session, is that we're not getting any younger anymore. And certainly when you consider this bull market, it's not getting any younger anymore either. In fact, it's one of the longest bull markets in the history of capital markets. And we cannot pay any more attention to the 4 most dangerous words that can destroy any portfolio than we can at this very moment, during the 6th year of this market's rally that started way back in March of 2009 in the midst of financial crisis. And those 4 words that Sir John Templeton say can destroy a portfolio are, hey, it's different this time. A couple of 4-letter words in that 4-word sentence that ring true. And it's important to recognize where you're at, where you can be going in terms of that retirement roadmap. And we're getting pretty late in this bull market. Lastly, remind the client, or ask the advisor more aptly, where we're at in terms of not only the market cycle, but remember that we don't live here in the United States in a bubble anymore. And should I include some international in my portfolio? More than half the world is domiciled in terms of capitalization outside of the United States. And when you invest in the United States, you get companies in the Standard & Poor's 500 or the Dow Jones Composite that are domiciled right here in the United States. But there are a lot of great companies elsewhere, like Schlumberger, a great oil services company, Nestle's, and the list goes on. Great insurance companies, financial companies as well. So, do you have the right exposure to international markets when it's a time when international markets are cheaper than the United States? Lastly, in 1999 and 2007, investors who poured literally hundreds of millions of dollars into U.S. markets were under the understanding that the sooner you got ahead in the markets, the shorter time it would take to recover if you had a downturn. Well, we've since learned from a lesson the Japanese taught us, who are well into their 26th year of economic malaise, that you're not going to catch up at age 65 or 70 if you have a 25-year bear market like we had in the 30s and 40s, and like the Japanese are continuing to have. So get down, visit with your advisor, and we're going to send you right now a copy. If you give us a call at 404-226-9478, a free copy of the book Retirement Bliss. that will ensure a little marital fidelity with your retirement that you might not have if you don't get down and talk to your advisor. Give us a call once again at Startt Planning at 404-226-9478, and we'll rush you out that book free, no charge, complimentary, where our financial planning consultation is always free as well and complimentary to you as the investing and saving public that we serve. In the meantime, make it a great day. Stay tuned for the next Startt Starters.